Hello and welcome everybody, I'm One Proud Bavarian and this is our new series, Battle Brothers. This game was produced by Overhype Studios GmbH, which is an indication that it's a German company. Yes indeed, they are from Hamburg, a cold city in the north of Germany where I could never live because the winds are too strong and too cold for me. I enjoy not living close to the seaside, but what they did do is produce a wonderful game that I've heard a lot of praise and a lot of positive reputation about. It's essentially a game in which you kind of Mount and Blade style go around, you're a mercenary band and you do things and then you fight on a tactical chessboard, if you will. A bit more complex than chess, but nonetheless extraordinarily fun and a bit of a mind exercise. We're going to play Battle Brothers. I'm going in entirely blind, or rather not entirely blind. I looked at the campaign a little bit. I also played some of these scenarios to learn the basic tactical game. I think I did all of these 4 and then I failed at the entire rest. Man, these fights are going to get hard and I fully expect that in this campaign we're going to lose. You've heard me. I fully expect that we're going to lose. This also means that if you have played this game, if you're an expert in this game, please do Backseat. Don't spoil anything about the story or quests or something like that. If you do that, I will have to delete your comment, so let's stay civil and not do that. But if you have any knowledge about the game's mechanics that I am overlooking and misunderstanding and so on and so forth, do not hesitate to let me know. Write it down in the comments, I will read it, I will try to use it, to utilize it, and I hope that we're going to have a successful campaign here, although I kind of doubt it. Now this campaign will go up every second day, so every other day you will have one episode coming out at 10 PM CET, and if you want that this comes out as a daily series in the future, write it in this episode, so episode number 1, write down, hey, I would like to see this every day. If there are 20 people, and yes, I'm putting in an absolute number, if there are 20 people that want to see it as a daily series, I will make it into a daily series. This means that if we're, for example, in episode 20, and then suddenly in episode 1 there are 20 comments, then I will start doing it daily. It's just, I'm a fairly small YouTuber, so you gotta kind of take a look at what you really want to do for the channel. I want to play this game, be it off camera or on camera, but I also want to play CK2 regularly, so I don't have that much time unless you guys want me to invest more time. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to roleplay a bit as well. If you want your name in the company, in our Battle Brothers company, then let me know who you want to be, so like, the characters and what kind of title you want, and then I will put you in there. We're going to start a new campaign and just start to head into a world full of monsters, bandits, and enemies that must be slain. We will choose a really... So, okay, check this out. I thought about the name and the banner longer than I'm comfortable to admit. But I like Bairische Teufel. It's German and it essentially means Bavarian devils. I like it so much because it does actually sound... You know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to do full on LARP here. Would they go Bayerische or Bairische? That's actually, I think they would go Bairische. There you go. Bairische Teufel. And I thought about this name a lot. It just means Bavarian devils, and I really like it because it doesn't necessarily imply that we are like with the devil, we're not Satanists. It's more like, hey, we are wild. We do what we must, and we go through with it. And I thought about the banner so long. I settled on this one. Let me show you the competition. I also thought about this one for similar reasons that I settled on the other one, but the other one just expresses it better. I also thought about this one, but then I was like, you know what? Maybe not. We're not actually evil. We're just kind of wild, We're settled on this one because traditionally, now it's 4, I know. If you're an expert in this, now it's 4 people. 4 peoples that make up Bavaria. But back in the day, and until 1945, it were 3 people, until 1960s, in the 60s actually, were 3 people that made up Bavaria. The proper Bavarians, the Bayern, then you have the Swabians, the Schwaben, and then you have the Franconians, the Franken. And all 3 of which cooperate to create the crown of Bavaria, and that is exactly what I want to achieve with this company. We are a company that stands together, a company that essentially, goes through thick and thin, no matter what comes. I don't know exactly what these late game crises mean, and you know what, I actually have to... my OCD is ticking over here. Let me just... Bayerisch... Is it Bayerisch? Yeah, it is. Okay, I spelled it right. Don't worry about it, okay? I was unsure if there was an E here or not, but there isn't. Anyway, I'm unsure what these late game crises exactly, like what the differences are. I'm not gonna get spoiled. Please don't spoil me. I'm excited. I want to see it. We are also going to activate permanent destruction, which makes it so that the late game crisis, whichever one we get, can actually kill cities, towns, and castles if we don't intervene. And as the map seed, we're going to use Bayern. Easy. Now I spell it with an I. That's the old spelling. It's also, you know, the old spelling for the tribe of the Bayern, of the Bajuwaren. Doesn't matter. I have tried several map seeds. I like this one the most. We will see why once we've gone through the tutorial. Anyway, we're also going to play on veteran. I don't want to play on expert. I think expert is kind of the mode where you need to know what you do every single fight. You need to be entirely comfortable and tryharding, and that is fine. That is maybe for another time. We're also going to do Iron Man. On this channel, I only do Iron Man. There's no reloading. If I am stupid, I lose the entire company, we can restart. Don't worry about it, okay? I would rather restart than be like, okay, let's reload. So, with that being said, these are our settings. I hope that we have a difficult and maybe honestly a losing campaign. I love losing campaigns. It's fun. Because it motivates you to come back and do better. Let's jump right in. You can zoom in and out using the mouse wheel or page up and page down keys. Thank you. Wow, okay, I think they're assuming that I'm using a computer for the first time. Anyway, I hope that we kind of can learn with every battle we have, but first off, the last battle. It all went wrong. 2 days ago, the company was hired to track down Hoggett the Weasel and his band of raiders, but it was them who found you first. An ambush. Some joke about horses cut short by an arrow to the throat. Arrows shooting in from everywhere and nowhere. Men holler and scream a great volume before death. As the hail subsides, you draw your weapon with the rest of the men, only to collapse to your knees. An arrow has punctured your side. You shout in pain. A harried glance sees the men charge without you to make a valiant last stand, met in force as steel clashes with steel. You meet eyes with the captain, a last knot before his throat is cut. You're left in command now of what few men remain. Trembling in pain, you lean on your sword, and with all the will you can muster slowly rise again. Oh, the Borderlands, look at that. I wonder where we are anyway. To the end. Now this is the tutorial battle. We're being ambushed. And most of the gameplay time that we will spend here in this game will be on these battle maps. For starters, maybe like for the first 10 episodes or so, I will do every single time of inventory management, of, you know, mercenary and company management. I will do that on camera just so that I can get advice and so on and so forth. But if it takes too long at any point, and you know, you guys tell me, hey, this is taking too long, I'm bored, my ADHD is kicking in, please help me, then I'm gonna do it off camera. Don't worry about it. I've done this with CK2 too. It's perfectly fine. So what you do here is you want to kill the enemies, evidently, and as you can see, it's turn-based combat, and every single unit, depending on the weapon that they have different abilities. I am no way I'm an expert in what I'm telling you here, but I can tell you, for example, that this crossbow man is quite powerful, I believe, against armor. Is this correct? 50% of damage ignores armor. Yes, 60% effective against armor. Now, I don't know if this is objectively better than bows, but I would suggest it is, because those things usually are better than bows against armor. Now, what I want to try is, I want to try to kill Hoggett the Weasel. I don't think that it actually works. I've played this tutorial first, and what it does is, I can spoil this for you, because this is the only campaign, the only mission, I mean, that I have done in a campaign ever in this game, okay? After this is entirely spoiler-free, but I want to try to shoot him. I can't even shoot him now that I think about it, right? So, if I move right here, we lose 4 action points, we could still shoot him. You think I can go here and shoot him? Let's try it. Oh, we can totally try. Alright, we have a 50% chance to it. Oh, and we hit. It didn't do nearly enough damage. Alright. There you go. That tells you a story. So he has to flee. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. I'm fine with that. There you go. He's running away. So we can't kill him. At least now we know. It's nice to know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to skip the turn of this man so that this man can go in first and maybe split a head or two right here. I'll be very favorable towards that outcome. So let's go right here. And what we can do here, so we could split a shield, but evidently, as you can see right here, he doesn't have a shield. We could also do a round swing, which, you know, but there's nobody around us, so why would you do it? Instead, we're going to do a split man. The name, split man. Let's split a man. Oh, there you go. Did you see that? Jesus, that was extraordinarily effective. I think I'm going to immediately go in and hope that I can spear this man to death. Usually, we would, you know, I've done these scenario battles, and I've been too aggressive, I think. I need to use my defensive abilities like shield wall and knockback and so on. And I love spear wall. I love spearmen in this game. They make it so like if somebody comes into their radius, they just stab him. They just stab him and then they have to retreat. But I need to use defensive abilities more. However, I don't think in this case. I think in this case, let's try to kill him. Ah, we missed. Of course we missed. Hey. Oh, he missed too. Get absolutely dabbed on, brother. Right, what we're going to do is, you're going to skip a turn. That's as easy as it gets. You're also going to skip a turn because I would like to kill you with this man. There's also a mechanic here, by the way, the fatigue mechanic, that I can't properly explain because I don't know what gives exactly how much fatigue. But once you're full, it doesn't even depend on your AP in that round, but once you're full, you have to wait around to go down. So essentially, it's like, hey, my stamina is gone. I have to wait, right? Let's try to kill this man. You think I can even kill him? He doesn't have any armor on his body anymore. 25 to 30 damage to hit points. I don't know how much damage do we actually do to him. So there is also a log here, right? Let me just see. What's your name? Your name is... You're not... Hey, Torvald the Younger. No, I'm looking for... No. Shoot bold. Uses bash. Where's split man? There you go. We hit him for... How much? Hit for 58 damage, but that is his... So we did actually 32 damage to his body, and he's almost dead. So if we do hit him, he's dead. Oh, apparently not. Okay, you know what? 2 attacks. We got him. I thought we would... Oh, we only hit him for 15 damage. Jesus Christ. That's nothing. But you know what? Fair enough. I can't skip a turn with you, and I don't really want to run away, so I'm just going to keep you here. And then we're going to attempt to kill you, my man. Come on, do it. Ah, he got away with it. And then he misses twice. The RNG gods are truly on our side. Oh, what a feeling. What a supreme feeling. Now what I would love to do is, I'm just going to try to shank you. Because if I shank you with him, then his armor is going to go away. And we can split a man. Oh, that wasn't enough. Unbelievable. You know what? I'm just going to hang out here. Like, the fact of the matter is, he was incredibly unlucky here. He never hit us, as you can see. Chance 49, he rolled a 50. He almost hit us there. So, the lower, you have to roll lower than your chance. That is how it works here. Sometimes, you know, in D&D games especially, you have to roll higher. Oh, and by the way, just to explain this. So, I can explain some concepts that I did understand already. So, these are the status bars. This is his head armor, this is his body armor, and this is his health. As you can see, we destroyed his body and his head armor. And he also has some modifiers. He has a split shoulder. I would assume that it means that he's wise at attacking. He also has a double grip, so he holds this weapon with 2 hands, which makes it more powerful. And he's wavering, so he's almost fleeing. Now let me just kill him. There you go. And the first fight is over. We didn't take... Oh, we did actually take 37 damage. Let me tell you one thing, yeah? I have had this first fight one time earlier. And oh my god, it was awful. Torvald the Younger almost died, but in this case now, we'll heal by tomorrow. And he's the only one hurt. Let's take a look at what loot we can find. A short sword and a bludgeon. I'm a big fan of both of those. We can hand those over to people that will work for us afterwards. Right, and that's our first battle. Now the battles are gonna only become tougher. And I will also give you one information here right now. I will try to make voices for these characters. If it is too annoying, please do tell me, okay? But it is a roleplay at the end of the day. So we have Reimer and Alfred. I'm gonna, you know what, Alfred. Alfred is the German pronunciation, so is Reimer. I think I want to pronounce them in German, because most of the cities in this game are German as well. You're alive. You won. The adrenaline fades, and in its wake, you can't help but sink back to the ground. Gritting your teeth, you snap the arrow's shaft. Your chest heaves, pain for breath, everything blurs. The company has been devastated, cut down to but a few men. And that bastard Hoggett did justice to his name, fleeing like the weasel he is. What now, Captain? I'm Jon Snow. A voice says from behind. It's Torvald the Younger, who sits down beside you, bedding his bloodied axe on his legs. You turn to him to reply, but before you can answer, he continues. Bernard's dead. Slit his throat. Throat? He was a good man and a damn good leader, but all it took was one mistake. That makes you the one in charge now, don't it? Reimer joins the two of you, still breathing heavily. Then Alfred. Wait, who's... Oh, I think it's actually still Torvald speaking. Save the ceremony and anointments for another... No, actually, this is Alfred. Save the ceremony and anointments for another day. Let's give the men a good burial and return to Attendorn to collect our pay. The weasel's men are slain after all. Besides, Captain, we ought to see that wound before we lose you too. Wouldn't want to leave Reimer in charge, right? Alright, so, now, we are somewhere here on the map. We are to the west of Attendorn. When I started initially, we were somewhere here in the mountains. Here is, by the way, why I chose this map. I love this huge, like, Mediterranean-esque sea. It has some islands, and you can just, you know, like, you just get on a boat down here. I hope you can get on boats, by the way. I didn't actually look that up, but I saw this and I was like, I want to be here. But you get on a boat down here, you go up here so quickly. I would love doing this. So, this looks like the map for me. Look at Weissenstadt. Is that a... That's a fairly small one, isn't it? A big harbor city relying on trade and fishing. But they don't actually have a castle. For example, down here... Attendorn... No, not Attendorn. Windburg. Windburg has a castle. Anyway, we're gonna return to Attendorn. You do that just by clicking on the map and then letting the timer go. All of this interface stuff, right? Wait, what is this? Battleside. Oh! Ah. Interesting. I love the music, by the way. I just wanna say one thing. The most important thing really is this stuff. So we have money, we have provisions. These will carry us 7 more days with the 3 members that we have. We have tools and supplies. This is very important, as I understand it, because this makes it so that we can actually repair our stuff. We also have ammunition and medical supplies. Alright, fair enough. Anyway, let's go to Attendorn. What a sorry display it must be for the onlookers as you arrive in Attendorn. 4 bloodied and beaten mercenaries down on their luck. The man who hired the company days ago, Reinhard the Councillor, no doubt expected you to return in a more glorious fashion. Still, he welcomes you to his house and offers bread and wine while a servant fetches a healer. Few words are exchanged except for the occasional grunt and wheeze as an elderly man with shaky hands tends to your wounds. A pin pierces your skin, the first of many stitches to come. You grit your teeth till you think you hear one break. That was terrible. Reinhard the Councillor sits beside you and asks if you took care of Hoggart. You shake your head. We killed his men, but the weasel eluded our blades in the end. The healer waves around a glowing fire poke, suggesting he wants to push it into your wound. You nod and he does so. For a moment, that's all there is. You're not a man, but a pinch of fire, flesh from flame, a golem of pain. Reinhard the Councillor hands you a goblet of wine. You did well, sellsword. The brigands have been removed, though it is a shame that Hoggart still lives. We expect to get paid for this. We did kill his men. You know, why wouldn't you pay us, mate? Reinhard the Councillor gasps. Well, naturally. 400 crowns as agreed upon. He gestures towards a servant who rushes to your side with a paying hand. I wonder, may I make use of your service one more time? I'd very much like to end the headache that is Hoggart once and for all, and I would pay you again, of course. Another 400 crowns, shall we say? Torvald the Younger scoffs and turns to drink more wine, but Alfred stands to speak. Yes, the company is in ruin, but we will rebuild it. Without the Bairische Teufel, Torvald the Younger would drink the crowns away and end up begging on the streets. And Reimer, by the gods, we all know he'd go chasing the women folk until one stove his rotted head in. We need the Bairische Teufel. It's all we have. What say you, Captain? Torvald the Younger burps and raises his cup to you. Reimer playfully thumbs his nose and nods. Kill that bastard Hoggart or not. It's up to you, Captain. I don't, you know, honestly, sometimes I don't know who I'm... This was Alfred. So Reimer, they have the same voice apparently. I need to make like a little note. I think the like, Jon Snow, you know nothing. I think that kind of voice I will give to Torvald the Younger. And then the other two are just like normal. I'm English voices. We absolutely have unfinished business with Hoggart. I'm not letting the Bairische Teufel be beaten up and killed in an ambush and not take revenge. Reinhard the Councillor claps his hands in satisfaction. Excellent. My little birds will need some time to find where Hoggart is hiding, has hide now. In the meantime, I suggest you see about stocking up on supplies so that you'll be good and ready to end this when the time comes. I shall see you in a few days' time at the latest. As you leave Reinhard the Councillor's house and stand on the outskirts of Attendorn, Alfred seeks a word with you. We need more men, Captain. I know I gave a big speech back there, but bravado won't do shite. Oh, wait, he says shite? Bravado won't do shite. I'm Limmy. We need more warm bodies in the rings. Figure we find 3 good men, buy them some decent weapons, and dress them in the best armor we can afford. Yeah, okay. See, Alfred is now a Scotsman. Only Reimer speaks actual... oh my god, I'm sorry. Speaks actual English. The man pauses to glance around. I bet this bedunk town got a desperate peasant or two looking for a new life. Or we could travel to Windberg in the northeast. Them city folk aren't always as hardy as these country bumpkins. But we're more likely to find more men with fighting experience stopping to rest there. That's what we shall do. Alright. So in every city, you can recruit people. In some cities, for example in the city up in the northeast, they have armor and blacksmiths where you can buy armor and, you know, like weapons. What we have here is only a tavern, only a marketplace, and we can only hire some people. So I'm going to hire some people. I mean, ooh, that's a lot of people, you know that? So what we have here is essentially an initial price, the hiring fee, and then we have whatever... Ooh, he comes with a bow. Eric. And then what they cost per day. They come only with like some meager knives. You come with nothing, but you do... Ooh, you learn faster than others. That's pretty cool. Okay, so here's my plan. I will definitely hire Eric, because having an actual bowman already ready is cool. That is good. What you can do, what we won't do here, but what you could do, you could try them out and learn about their secret character trait. If you do that, you probably want to do it for characters that will stay alive. Now, I'm not sure if any of these are going to stay alive, so don't worry about it, alright? With a grumbling stomach, Eric ate his fill of all manner of woodland creatures, a well-used bow yoked across his shoulders, indicating the means to his meals. Hailing from Attendorn, Eric sought to support himself, his own height, and his ever-growling stomach. Fearful that his pursuits would attract bounty hunters or lawmen, he decided to settle on life as a bow for hire. Right, I'm absolutely I'm absolutely gonna hire him. There you go, Eric. And now what I was thinking is, one of these two, but you're cheaper actually, look at this. So this dude, they're both apprentices, which means they learn faster, which is nice. These dudes are just day tailors. I guess they're like better in physical tasks. I'm gonna... Caravan hand, ooh. Okay, we're gonna buy, I can already tell you, we're gonna buy Gisela because he's cheaper than Bernfried. And then we're gonna buy Werner. One enters the world always looking to be the best they can be, so what better way to be the best than to learn underneath one? Believing this to be true, Gisela took up an apprenticeship in Attendorn. He had soaked up all there was to learn. Masonry, carpentry, blacksmithing, lovemaking. Most importantly, lovemaking. Now he turns his eyes on the martial arts. While he isn't exactly a warrior yet, Gisela is a fast learner. I shall hire you, Gisela. And then Werner. Always the adventurous type, Werner was easily drawn to the life of a caravan hand. But the trader he worked for turned out to be abusive, nary a whip away from being a slave driver. After an intense argument with the woman... What? Werner thought it better to leave before he did something awful. Years of road travel have molded Werner into quite the durable figure. Any group of mercenaries could use more men like him. Right, we're absolutely going to hire him, because he's quite experienced. And that's, I think, it. I mean, that's the thing, you never know. I never know how many people actually need to, you know, challenge the standard kind of procedure here to come out on top. Gisela. So now we can actually see the stats and traits now that we hired them. For example, Eric, right here, fear of beasts. The past event, a particularly convincing story in this character's life, has left him scared of what the monstrous beasts of the wild are capable of, making him less reliable when facing them on the battlefield. Right, okay, so here you can see I could rename him. I think I'm actually going to do it like this, right? If you want your character name in here, you're not going to have a title unless you do something. So, if you, for example, were to fight beasts, right, you would be called the Beast Slayer. So don't give titles to yourself in the comments. I'm going to hand those out, don't worry about it. What else is he? He is hesitant. Well, maybe. This character is hesitant to act. He's also in good spirit. These dudes are not, because, well, you know, everybody's been murdered, lost most of the company. Right, you are an apprentice. Ooh, plus 10% experience again, that's pretty nice. He's also huge. Being particularly huge and burly, this character strikes hurt plenty, but he is also a bigger target than most. So he has less defense, but more melee damage, which is really nice. I kind of feel like, right, if I give you the bludgeon, that's good roleplay. Because this bludgeon, you can knock people out here, you can just hit him as it is, right? And if he double grips it, he does even more damage. Maybe we want to give him like a two-hander or something long term, but for the moment, let's just give him the bludgeon. This man has an axe, dexterous? How do you pronounce that? Dexterous character has an easier time hitting his opponent in melee. He's also double gripping, in good spirit, and a caravan hand, obviously. These do not appear to... Oh, you do actually. Sure footing, so +5 melee defense. Determined will start combat at confident morale if permitted by mood. Irrational. The glass is half empty now, but was half empty just a moment ago. Has +10 and -10 resolved randomly at every morale check. Fucking hell. Alright. Ah, and if they are dissatisfied, they can only have a steady morale or worse. Now, this entire perk business, I have no clue yet. We're going to take a look at that later. Right, so far for recruiting, let's take a look at the marketplace. They have plenty of things here. That is cultist hood. Really? Is that really what you're going to do? If we get, right, if we get him... Ooh, if we get him a militia spear, he will be amazing against armor. 90% effective against armor. We would eventually be in a position... Wait, does our... Show me our bowman. Does he have arrows? He does, okay. So my idea, right, if we get him the militia spear, we might be able to give our burly man to take away his bludgeon, and instead give him... Ooh, what is this anyway? Ooh, this isn't bad. Range of 2 tiles, right. Oh, you know what? Baby. None of these are particularly good. You know what? I actually think we're not going to buy anything in the market. Instead, let's go to the tavern, and then we move northeast, because despite already having boardmen, I want to, you know, maybe take a look at the blacksmith in the town over there. Share news and rumors with the patrons. Pay for the round to get the patrons to share more news and rumors. Patrons talk about this and that. A guy from Hotlund was here just the other day. Wanted to hire strong lads for some problem they have over there. Don't think many went with him, though. Innkeeper rings a bell to let everyone know the next round is on you. Don't drink the water in Attendorn, let me tell ya. They'll give you the runs in no time. Oh, damn, I don't want diarrhea. Pay around for your men to get their spirits up. So, we just lost essentially everybody, right? Our captain died. We gotta drink a bit. I'm sorry, it's just 30 bucks. Bassage to the commander. The men shouts. And that's all the drinking we're gonna do, okay? Let's not become drunkards. Anyway, let's leave this town. Okay. I almost thought the game killed itself, but it didn't. Let's go to Windborg. Visit Windborg northeast of Attendorn, buy weapons and armor for your men. We honestly got extraordinarily lucky in the sense that we already have weapons for our people that we bought. And as you can see, by the way, the day passes quite quickly. So our rations are now, obviously, since we're more people, it's only 3 days now. Ooh, along the way. As Windborg's skyline appears on the horizon, Reimer seeks a word with you. He was the one who speaks proper English. Never been to Windborg before, but I've been around ones that look a lot like it. Cities like these are great for selling goods, as all these prizzy, pompous pricks love to have their goods delivered. With so many merchants, you can find almost everything you need too. Keep an eye out for bargains, and don't get swindled by them cutthroat merchants. However, the younger sees fit to add his own opinion of what he should do. If there is a good tavern, I say that there's where we should go first. Nothing helps a man down on his luck more than a good pint. Gods know we earned it. Reimer shakes his head. You say that every time we stop into town. You say that even when you're already drunk. I love the... I love these two dudes. Wait, that's not... Is this Reimer? Wait a minute. Oh, that is Reimer. Oh. Alright. Let's carry on. And we are in Windborg. And as you can see, they have a lot more to offer. They have a castle here. And I already saw this the last time. If contracts were unlocked, then we could take any here. But nobody's heard of us, so nobody's going to give us any contracts. There's more people to hire here. Ah, Fritz. What a god. What a god of a man. But we can't afford him. We just can't. I think I'm going to focus on... Actually, I would like to buy one proper weapon, maybe. Oh, they're so damn expensive. No, you know what? We can't afford it. We just really can't. What is this anyway? It's a short sword, right? No, don't worry about it. But buying armor has never hurt anybody, okay? So maybe we want to buy some. Do we need a shield? That's the bigger question here. I don't want you to have a shield. Maybe I want you to have a shield though. Then again, his melee skill is up higher. Can be increased as the character gains experience. I think we might want Werner to have a shield. He's the only one. I don't want you to have a shield. You obviously can't. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna buy one shield. I shall buy wooden shield. Right. Maximum fatigue goes down because they have to carry more, obviously. I think we're gonna buy you a cheap shield. I think, so this is 10 and 5, this is 15, 15. I think we're gonna go 10 and 5 here. Let's give you a buckler, mate. Alright, I don't want to sell the short sword in case we do pick up one more person. Here you are, take the buckler, there you go. It's no longer two-handed now, but now you can knock back and everything. It's kind of nice, isn't it? If we can form a shield wall between the two people, that would also be grand. And I think I'm going to end this episode right here. So you've seen our, little mercenary group build up. If you want to be any of these characters, be aware that they may very well die quite soon. But I will try to keep them alive. I will try to do my best. If you want to be any of them, write in the comments. If you want to see more than one episode every other day, so one episode every day, then write it down in the comments below as well. And in the next episode, we're going to face Hoggard the Weasel. I believe at least. Don't spoil me. I will see you then. Later, alligator.